So I just got done with my CPR AED certification renewal to be a personal trainer and other specialty certifications like that. You have to keep it up every 2 years. You have to renew, just like my personal training certification. I have to do continuing education to renew it every 2 years. So I just came out of that course. It was really good. It was the best instructor I've ever had. She was super good. But here, oh, that's upside down. I'm official again. I mean, I was, but I'm renewing it. And I love it. Like every time I go in here, I feel so good about retaking it. And I know that it's a requirement, but I think that, throughout the rest of my life, no matter if I end up, not needing it for the same reason, I think that I'll probably still keep it up, every 2 to 3 years. Or renew the skills, because first of all, recommendations change, and also it's a really good thing to know. I mean, I before I started taking these courses, but I would not have known what to do if like a baby were choking versus an adult, or how many fingers versus how much pressure versus how many inches you should press their chest plate down. Like there are so many different things that aren't intuitive, because how could they be? You don't know the technical recommendations. So I would highly recommend, if you've never taken a CPR class, they're not very expensive. I'm sure you could actually probably find a free one, especially if your workplace offers them, but I think mine was like $50. It's not that bad. Alright, so that was just a little bit of a taste of what a leg day has looked like for me recently. I am focusing pretty much just on, in the sense of gains. I'm not trying to put any size on or really increase the amount of muscle that I have, but I am trying to increase my strength, and the two don't have to go hand in hand. You don't have to get stronger and get bigger at the same time. Just depends on your programming. So essentially I'm doing higher rep, not a whole lot of volume when I do my heavy lifts, like deadlift. Like you saw, I was doing, I believe 185, and I will do sets of like 3, 2 or 3. Not as my warm-up sets. I mean, my warm-up sets at lighter weight, like when I'm down at 135, I might do a set of 5 or something like that. But essentially, I'm just kind of like inching my way up as I go in the workout to that higher weight, and kind of, I don't really have a set number of sets that I'm doing right now, because I'm still kind of trying to test out where I can get back to with my strength. When I was in prep and like not on the like super steep cut of prep, I was like, repping 220 for like repping it, you know, like that wasn't my max. So I would like to get back to, there's not like one number I'm trying to hit. I'm not a power lifter. I don't have to hit a certain number, but it does feel like really effing good to lift heavy, and, you know, just be stronger. By the way, the reason that, I feel like my strength has gone down is because if you remember in the fall, or those of you who follow on Instagram, I guess, would remember that in the fall, I ran a 5K or a 5-mile race on Thanksgiving, and a 5K in the summer and stuff. But essentially I was kind of training for that 5-miler. So I was running a lot more as opposed to, it kind of took over some of my lifting days. I was still lifting a little, but definitely not as much, and definitely not heavy legs, because then it would take forever for me to recover for the run that I had to do, say, the next day. So those didn't really go hand in hand, which is why I'm kind of inching my way back up to my old strength. So anyway, and then, yeah, the next few exercises I showed, that was not an entire workout for me. I think I did, some other plyos, and, before I deadlifted, I did, glute thrusts on the ground with a barbell at just 135, I think. Those I'll do for more reps because I don't go like extremely heavy. I'm not trying to max out on those. That's more of a glute activator for me. And then I probably did some abs afterwards, but I can't remember. The reason I did not film the whole workout, by the way, is John had to do his workout too. So he was awesome enough to get what he did. And he doesn't mind doing it, but we don't have the same workout, so he's not like always on the in the exact same place at the gym with me. So it's kind of rude for me to like be calling him like, hey, I need you to film this set. So we just kind of got like the, you know, like some important ones that I do. Kickbacks are one of my favorites because it's really hard for me to find exercises that actually activate my glutes without activating my quads. So I'm super quad dominant, and so I have to be really aware of that. Like squats for me are like all quads, you know. All right, so I wanted to also show you a little bit of what is in my gym bag. I thought that would maybe be interesting for some people because I know at the end there I was kind of putting it back together. So here's what is inside it. Got it right here on my lap. Oh my God, look at how ripped up it is on the inside. Anyway, so here we go. Obviously I have my belt, which I believe I was wearing in the video. I hope I was. But anyway, I don't wear a belt for everything. And let me see what size this is, because I'm sure someone will ask me. Which is fine, but I don't know. I'm sure it's like a small or whatever, because these belts are really long. And some people don't like these, by the way, because they're not very flexible. That's why I like it. So, you know, to each their own. Some people have like super flexible that feel like shirts almost, like to me at least. For belts, and that's just not my thing, so I like these more sturdy. Sorry about this. This is driving me crazy. Whatever, this is not gonna work. But anyway, I like those more sturdy belts. So that's my belt. Like I was saying, I don't use it for every single lift. Really only for heavy lifts that I want stability in, like if I were to squat heavy, deadlift heavy, things like that. Okay. I have, in relation, Converse that are just like loosely tied, and I just slip them on for deadlifts. And reason being, they're flat, right? On the bottom, Converse are. One of the, like actually all the way flat. One of the very rare shoes that are flat like that, unless you actually get like lifting shoes. I like Converse for deadlift for that reason. The reason you want flat shoes or no shoes, sometimes I'll just lift in socks for deadlift, is because a lot of shoes have a heel. I'm trying to look around. I don't have any other shoes like right next to me, but if someone were to lift in, like, for example, running shoes, they have more of a heel compared to like the heel to toe ratio. If you're deadlifting in shoes that have a heel, your butt's automatically going to be lifted when you want to sit down before you make that movement. It's a lot harder to do so. So I recommend, like if clients are having a hard time and they feel weird in their deadlift form, I'll just have them take their shoes off. And a lot of times they've like looked around afterwards and they've been like, why am I ever lifting in shoes? So I don't lift in Converse for really anything else. I guess I could for upper body, but I always have them in my bag if I deadlift for that reason. I have a hat in case I end up like taking my cardio outside or something after the gym or something. Also sometimes when you're real like need to get real focused, a hat like physically having a tunnel over your head can kind of help. So I always have a hat in there. This is just like a Nike Velcro back, super flexible, obviously, hat. Chalk. I just have it in a Ziploc. You may have seen people, if you don't use chalk, like rubbing it on their hands. Some people put it on their traps before they squat, things like that. I use chalk really only for deadlifts. I can't really think of anything else. A lot of this is for deadlifts in my bag, but anyway, I really just use it for deadlifts because my hands get sweaty while I'm lifting, and since you're pulling from the ground, it's really easy to like let that grip go if you're sweaty, which I was actually having trouble with in the video, so I probably should have brought my chalk that day. I just actually recently found it, but I didn't have it because I prefer that over like grips. For a few reasons, but I'll use grips sometimes, mostly only if I'm doing a different stance of deadlift though, because for example, if you're doing like sumo, that can be just kind of weird, like not with the slip of your grip, but just like how stable you feel. So, oh here, grips, you know, where you wrap it around. This is not how you put it on. I'm just doing this quick for the video. But anyway, this is actually the same brand as my belt, by the way. But here are my grips for if I ever do use them. Very rarely do I use them, but like I said, sometimes if I'm like trying out a new variation of a lift that I already do to feel more stable, etc. Wait, why do I have so many pair of these? Apparently I have 2 pair in here. Okay, a jump rope. And some gyms will have these, but I always have this in here just in case I am like traveling and I have my bag with me. A jump rope is a great way to get interval cardio in, as well as like in between sets if you're just trying to keep your heart rate up, as a superset, something like that. So a jump rope is key for me because, and especially for people who don't like the treadmill, I would suggest always having one with you, especially if you travel. Okay, let me see what else is in here. I kind of forget sometimes. There's a penny. Oh, I have a few of the smaller things I already laid out. Chapstick, and the reason I am like, everyone has chapstick, right? But I use the EOS because you can literally just like throw it in there, and it's not one of those that you're gonna worry about like pulling off, you know, the normal shaped chapsticks. I love these because it's super like durable. You can literally just throw it in the bag as you're on your way. And then this little guy, it's like, I think it's supposed to be like a little coin purse, to be honest, but I use it for, let's see if I have one in here, I think. Yeah, I use it for rings, because I never lift in rings because it, you know, can damage them, especially my engagement ring. This one's a little more sturdy, but still it's like a nice ring. So I always have this or a variation of this, usually this one because it's like, rubberized and so also kind of durable to throw in there. So ladies, or I guess guys who have a wedding ring who don't want to lift in it, if you have a ring that's easy to pull off, I would suggest having one of these because you really don't, there's no reason to damage your rings while you lift. You can just take them off and throw them back on when you're done. Let's see what else I have in here. Oh, I have a measuring tape, which, I don't really need in my gym bag, I guess, but I used to have it in here when I would take this to work. When I was working with clients in person, like every day, I would take it to work in case they wanted to do new measurements. And it is my ACE brand, that's my certification organization, the American Council on Exercise. And then I will bring, you know, like my shaker with me. I don't keep supplements in my gym bag. Reason being, I really don't use that many supplements. I really don't. Sometimes I'll have ibuprofen in here. That's not a supplement, but like sometimes I will just in case have a headache and I'm still trying to lift or something like that. But I don't keep supplements in my gym bag. I know a lot of people do. I really don't use pre-workout. Maybe like twice a month I will use it if I'm going to the gym late at night, or not late at night. That would be a bad idea. But if I'm going like in the afternoon as opposed to when I usually go in the morning, sometimes I will. But otherwise, I'm not a big supplement person. That's not to say that there aren't great supplements out there, and it's not to say that I haven't used them more frequently than I do in the past. I just don't like use them enough to like carry them with me by any means. And like protein, for example, if I were to need to go somewhere right after, I would have made like a protein shake, or a, you know what I mean, put protein in a blender bottle, before I left. And so that would just be in here. So I don't bring like tubs of anything with me. I think that's about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's like not in. Oh, my headphones are in here somewhere, obviously. Yeah, here they are. My headphones. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. So that's pretty much it. Hat, belt, chalk, Converse, ring holder, headphones, jump rope, chapstick. That's pretty much what's in my gym bag. Let me know if you have any questions about the equipment that I use or about my workout. And yeah, give this video a like if you want to see more workouts. Like I said, I have no problem filming more. I'm not gonna prescribe them to everyone, because that's what my clients pay for. But I can show you a little bit of what I do in my workouts and why. Oh, if you have any questions also about CPR certifications or getting a personal trainer certification or anything like that, let me know, because like I said, I find the CPR classes, regardless of whether you need it for work or a certification or something like that, like extremely helpful, extremely beneficial. So I would definitely recommend it. So if you have any questions about which organization to go through or which organizations even offer it, etc., feel free to comment. I got mine through the American Heart Association, but that's not the only one you can do. I've just found that that's like really reasonably priced and is a really good class because it's the American Heart Association. So yeah, let me know what you think, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Bye.
What was that?
I said, all right, that's it.